So it's taken me a long time to kind of grasp these simple things. And I haven't got it all yet, but I'm still working on it. I don't have the ability to speak very long, so I'm going to say thank you for listening.
Okay, so that's the truth coming from a couple American monks. Now, that's that saying that Master Hua taught us Buddha Dharma through a Confucian lens doesn't hold the whole story, because he also taught us about what's called the Wu Shang Shen Shen Wei Niao Fa, the unsurpassed, deep, profound, subtle, wonderful Dharma. And sneeze into the microphone, please. I do talks online, and I have a microphone that's got a cough button. It's really nice. You go cough, and it doesn't go into the mic. You punch it back. So the unsurpassed, deep, profound, subtle, wonderful Dharma includes things like this story. Our teacher's teacher, Master Empty Cloud, people know Master Empty Cloud, Master Sri Maharaj. He's we just heard about him. Master Hua would quote him when he was living as a hermit. He's not enlightened. Now his pilgrimage, he did a pilgrimage, 3 steps, 1 bow, across China. Talk about resolve, right? So he did his pilgrimage, and he still hadn't gotten enlightened. And in China, what you do when you get enlightened is you write a verse. Part of the program, if you get enlightened, you better write a poem. Otherwise, you haven't done it right? So he's living as a hermit on Zhongnanshan, which is actually a range of mountains near current Xi'an. In the Tang Dynasty, it was Chang'an, right, where the Silk Road began. So he was in the Zhongnan mountain range. And he had a bunch of fellow hermits gathered on the mountain. They were, 1 mile away from each other. Their huts were not within shouting distance, but they would keep track of each other by kind of walking by every month or something. And so the other hermits heard the news that there was a Chan meditation session going to happen at Gaomin Si. Gaomin Si was that in Gold Mountain. Gaomin and Gold Mountain Monastery were the 2 main Chan meditation monasteries in China. This is in the Republican period, right? This is like 1940s, 1930s. Okay. So they heard that there was going to be a 10-week Chan. They said, we want to go. And they knocked on each other's door, go by on a sunny afternoon and knock on the door and say, hey, who wants to go and make the reservations for us? So they elected Master Empty Cloud. He was going to go first, carrying their request to save a spot for the 5 or 6 hermits on the mountain. They're one by one, they were going to make their way, right? So Master Empty Cloud said, okay, I'll go first. And I'll make sure that there's a spot for all of you. So he goes down the mountain, and it was warm at that time, and the snow had melted, and the rivers were running really high. Okay? And so he didn't have money for the ferry to cross the river, so he decided to hoof it, going to walk it. And he's walking along the riverbank, and guess what? Missed his step and fell in the river. Tough life. Now, a high river running with snow melt is a fast, dangerous river. He bumped downstream, they say, for like a night. The next morning, this enterprising fisherman has a big fish in his net. He hauls it in as a monk. Oh, it's a monkfish. There's a big monk. And he goes, oh my God, it's Master De Qing. They all know Master Empty Cloud. He's one of the most famous monks in China, right? Pilgrim. 3 steps, 1 bow monk. And so he pulls him in, and they call for the local temple monk to come down, the abbot, and he goes, oh my God, take him up there to the infirmary, save his life. So they pump the water out of him, and he's more dead than alive. They pull him, he bumped down the river all night, they pull him in. And so he rests overnight and feed him. And he wakes up, and they say, oh, So glad he didn't die. That would really be embarrassing. He died in our watch. So what are you going to do? So Empty Cloud says, I got to get to Gaomin Si. I'm holding the reservations. I can't let him down. You know. They go, no, rest. You nearly died. No, I got to go. Oh, this guy's made of tough bones, right? These stiff bones. Okay, well, eat some rice gruel and we'll send you on your way. So he makes it to Gaomin Monastery, which is on the Great Shipping Canal. One of the interior China has these network of shipping canals, the Da Yunhe. So that's right. The Gaomin Monastery is there. So the famous Chan Hall. So all the monks are gathering, and Empty Cloud shows up. Oh, the monks organizing the sit are so happy. Because why? When you get a famous monk showing up, the word gets out and everybody comes to your Chan session. And your Chan session is a success, lots full. So the word comes out, oh, Sri Namo is going to the Chan session. So the monks start to arrive. And because he's a famous individual, he's a charismatic teacher of a century, you know. So they say, okay, you can be the Weino, or you can be the Shangzhou. They give him a job to do. And that's got duties and some ceremonial stuff. He says, I don't want to do that. He doesn't say a word about falling in the water. He doesn't tell him. He's tough. No complaints, no whining. He doesn't say anything, right? He just says, no, I don't want to be the job. I just want to sit. According to the rules of the Chan Monastery, if you refuse an appointment, they have to beat you. You get beaten with that incense board, right? This wooden stick. Do we have one? Usually there's one or something. The incense board. Now, all of you better follow the rules. And we'll go find our incense. Okay. So they say, we don't want to beat you. That's Empty Cloud. And no, I don't want to do it. Oh no.